I said, please, if you would, go to Lilia and send her a message from me, please. Does Lilia still want to do the horse thing? Does she still want to be friends? If not, I am thinking about contacting Yvonne and speaking about giving the horse back. 1 hour later, apparently after he had delivered that message to Lilia, I got a message back from Yvonne that said, I heard you're backing out on the deal with Ace. He will be sold in the auction on the 8th, and I am sending Lilia the papers.
And what did you say to that?
I was purely shocked. Be honest with you, I started crying because I couldn't believe that that choice had been made all of the sudden. And so literally my response was, oh, with multiple question marks.
Ms. Rodriguez, is that true? Were you planning to sell the horse?
Part of it is because of his injury and the behaviors that are a result of her abuse of him, he's not sellable until I get that under control.
All right, I have nothing further. Judge, do you?
No.
Okay. Parties are excused while we deliberate on this matter.
This court is in recess.
All right, this case is extremely painful in terms of extracting what I think are the important issues that we have to resolve. The first, was there a contract? I believe there was a contract. The defendant agrees to buy the horse for $5,000, finds it very difficult to be able to pay for the horse, then withdraws and doesn't have a problem with them taking back possession of the horse. The question for me is, what are the damages? The plaintiff has the burden of proving that somehow the value of this horse has been diminished by the defendant. And we know that the horse is lame. I saw a video. The horse is lame. But is the defendant the proximate cause of the lameness? She says, plausibly, that the horse jumped up. Now, there are two instances that you brought out that possibly the defendant mistreated the horse. But how do you discipline a horse? How do you train a horse?
Yeah, and that's where they dropped the ball there. They should have had an expert here explain all of that, because even if we did somehow, or the plaintiffs somehow did correlate lameness to the defendant's actions toward the horse, what dollar amount are we putting on that? What are the damages there? But I will say the defendant did lose some credibility with me when she did get caught by Judge Juarez in terms of how she treated the horse. So I'm stuck.
Here's the issue in terms of value and damages to me. They're going to have to prove that they have to sell the horse at this point for less than $5,000, which is what they were originally planning on selling it to the defendant for. Because if all had gone well with this plan and this sale, they would have received $5,000 for the horse. Now they have the horse back. They want $5,000, which would essentially, in my mind, mean that they're saying the horse is worth $0. Now, I think we can rely just on the plaintiff's testimony that the horse is not of similar value, needs retraining, but that still doesn't get us to what is the dollar value of the damages.
Dollar value.
The plaintiff is asking for $5,000, which is the purchase price. Or she's asking here for expenses necessary to retrain the horse or to bring the horse back to its original $5,000 value at least. We could say that her request for $1,500, she says in the last paragraph, we may never be able to sell this horse because of what they did. They owe us for the horse.
Correct.
And horse retraining of $1,500. I think I would be comfortable giving her $1,500 to retrain the horse.
Yeah, she says that her charge for training a month is $850, which for extensive training of a colt seems about fair. I think a $1,500 figure is a reasonable amount, even without definitive proof of every dollar spent, that she spent at least that amount and has been damaged by at least that amount. So I would be comfortable giving her $1,500.
Agreed. Yes.
All right, we have a verdict.